Hello, house guests, and welcome to day 2 of a Big Brother Christmas. Now, I am too lazy to type, so I will be talking about how this game series works in a video. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through all my policies and all my rules that I have in this game that you as a house guest need to follow and abide to. All right, so let's quickly go down how to play the game in case you're not that familiar with it. So first of all, to start off each week, there will be a head of household competition, and the winner of that competition will have to nominate 2 house guests. They will also win $50 to spend in the Big Brother Christmas shop. Nominations must be made by the HOH competition winner, and 2 house guests have to be nominated. Then there's the power of veto competition. Only 6 people play in the veto competition: the HOH, the 2 nominees, and 3 randomly selected people. And if the competition is live, I'll say sign in, everyone signs in, and then I'll choose 3 random people from the people who signed in. So if you don't show up to the live POV competition, you're not going to get chosen to play. If it is non-live, then random.org will choose 3 random people to play. Also, if the HOH or 2 nominees do not show up to the live competition, then another random house guest will be chosen to participate. The winner of the POV competition will receive $30. The POV ceremony. The POV holder can choose to remove 1 nominated house guest. If they do choose to remove a nominated house guest, the HOH will nominate another house guest. The HOH cannot nominate themselves, the removed nominee, or the POV holder, or anyone with immunity. And then finally, eviction. All house guests except the final nominees and the HOH vote. Whichever house guest receives the most votes is evicted. In the event of a tie, the HOH will cast the deciding vote, and whoever the HOH votes is evicted. The house guest that survives the eviction that is not evicted receives $40. Okay, and the way this game works is it's in a 3-day format. So we start off with the HOH competition, then the next day is the nominations and the POV competition. The next day is the POV ceremony, and then the next day after that is eviction, and then the next HOH competition. So the first eviction won't be till day 4, but after that it works in a 3-day cycle. So there'll be evictions day 4, 7, 10, 13, and so on, not including break days. Sometimes the POV competition will be the day after the nominations, and then the POV ceremony will be right after that. But that's just in case some people can't make a certain day. It just helps with scheduling. So that means for every 3-day week, there's 2 days with competitions and 1 day with a ceremony. And as I said before, some non-live competitions may cause the week to be 1 or more days longer. There's always going to be an upcoming schedule located at the end of the group description. If there's any other days that you are not able to make, please PM me ahead of time. Don't message me on Skype, please, because messages don't always go through. Now, there are some rules as a house guest you must follow. And these aren't really complicated rules or anything. They're pretty straightforward. And once again, they're always in the how to play / rules topic, so you can refer back to them there. Rule number 1. You are required to submit a diary room every 72 hours. Every day is preferred, however. Once you go past the 72-hour limit, you will lose $10 every day you do not submit a diary room. You shouldn't be losing money because diary rooms are usually pretty fun. There's 2 ways to do a diary room. 1, you can type it out. Once you do, you please mail it to me on Tengaged mail. Do not text it to me. Do not send it to me on Skype. I will not accept it on Skype. Please mail me on Tengaged. And if it's a really long one, make sure the whole message sends. Way number 2 to do a diary room is to record it. you can go, if you're on Windows, you can use Voice Recorder. If you're on Mac, you can use the program for that. I don't remember the name of it. And there's plenty of applications on the computer which you can use. There's websites you can record yourself with too. Once you record yourself, please send me the file. You can send me the file on Skype by adding the you can just send the file to me straight on Skype. You can also use audio uploading sites, but I cannot record it for you. You have to do that yourself. But verbal diary rooms do count as diary rooms. Talking to me on call casually does not count as a diary room. Alright, rule number 2. You are required to have a Skype account and have it running whenever you are on the computer. Skype is one of the main communication forms in this game. Skype is how you're going to be talking to other house guests. When we have group calls, we'll be doing it on Skype. You can send me files on Skype, and some competitions may involve Skype. So whenever you're on the computer, you definitely want to have Skype running. You can also download it on your smartphone or your iPod and do it on mobile. That's usually a better way to get away from the family members whenever you want to talk on call is to have it on your cell phone. So definitely recommend doing that. Also, we have the Skype chat going on. I already have all 13 house guests in it. Just all you have to do is right click and then add to contacts. Be sure to do that for everyone and add them to your contacts. Rule number 3. Being active is extremely important. If you are deemed inactive, you may be removed from the game or punished. Listen, house guys, not showing up to any events is not an acceptable strategy. If your strategy is to lose competitions, then show up and throw the competitions. Do not, blow off the competitions, because you will be punished or ejected. Rule number 4, and this is a big one. So, in the event I do not show up to a competition after 15 minutes it is scheduled to start, then it is canceled and will be rescheduled, or a non-live competition will be posted when I come back. In the event you leave before 15 minutes and I end up showing up before the 15 minutes is over, the competition will continue without you. I do not need to be present for nomination ceremonies or POV ceremonies, and they should continue without me. So if I don't show up to a scheduled nomination ceremony or POV ceremony, you don't need me for those. You can just go ahead and host them. However, if it's a competition that I missed, then it will be rescheduled, or a non-live competition will be posted when I come back. Usually this is not a problem. Rule number 5. I control everything that happens in the house. I create all the competitions and I host them all. Attacking and bullying me is unnecessary and will result in punishment or ejection. So if you lose a competition, don't blame me. I don't want to hear it. Rule number 6. If you are banned, you must contact me via Skype and tell me how long you are banned. You can also message me via Kik or text message, as long as I get some notification. You can also have a friend tell me, but it's usually better if you just tell me yourself. And since you have Skype, that should be easy. And if you don't, you will be ejected if you're gone for more than 3 days. Rule number 7. If you are going away or will not be on Tengaged for any time longer than 24 hours, please notify me. And if you're going to miss any events, please notify me. If you're gone for more than 3 days without notification, you may be ejected. Rule number 8. When you are banned or away, you will not receive protection of any sort. You can still be nominated, you can still be evicted, and you will still receive punishments for not voting. Rule number 9. If you are gone for more than 5 days, you may be ejected regardless of whether notification was given. This does not include Christmas. I'm making a special exception for Christmas and New Year's this year. More information on that a little bit later. Rule number 10. If you are ejected from the game, you are not welcome back, unless given special permission from me. But if you get ejected, I'm probably not going to be giving you any special permission of anything. If you are ejected, you cannot cast a jury vote, even if you are in the final 9. Rule number 11, and this is another big one. If you no longer wish to play the game, you may walk from the house. When you walk from the house, you cannot come back unless given special permission from me. But if you walk from the house, I'm probably not going to let you back. When you walk from the house, you do not get to cast a jury vote, even if you are in the final 9. You are also not included in any America's Favorite House Guests or any polls like that. And lastly, unless it was for a family emergency or real life happenings, etc., if you walk from the house, you are not welcome back to participate in any future seasons, including All-Stars, including Redemption seasons, and including Ultimate All-Stars. And unless it's for a family emergency, you may only walk at the end of the week. That means if, let's say, you're nominated and it's day 2 of the week, I'm not going to let you quit until after the eviction. The only way you can quit in the middle of the week is if it's for a family emergency. Rule number 12. Any behavior deemed punishable can result in a punishment, even if it is not listed on this topic. Fighting other house guests, swearing, and calling other house guests names is not considered punishable. Rule number 13. The only person that can issue a punishment is Kipna, myself. And Rule 14. The only person that can change the rules is Kipna, myself. So now that we have all that down, I just want to talk about a few other things. Alright, so protocol. I have a protocol, and I have not typed this out. It is only going to be in this video, and if people are having problems, I might type it out. So listen carefully, please. Whenever I have a competition, I say, sign in, house guests. When I do that, you need to post here, or you need to post something so I know that you're present. Otherwise, you're not going to be included in the competition. Simple enough. So whenever I post, sign in, house guests, post your name. And then if we're like doing something, like for example, if we do the eviction in the living room, I'm going to say sign in for the eviction. We'll do the eviction, and then I'm going to go to the backyard. I'm going to be sign in, house guests, for the HOH competition. You have to sign in again. So whenever I say sign in, house guests, you have to post that you're there, or you will be considered not present and will not be participating in any competitions. Alright, so whenever I post competition rules, I will always ask, are there any questions? Does everyone understand? If you have any questions, ask the questions. If you do not have any questions, post I understand, or something similar, like I'm ready, let's go, or like you can make it original if you want, but something that makes me know that you understand the rules and are ready to play. And if you have any questions, I'll answer them, and then I expect you to once again say I'm ready, or I understand, or something like that. This is just to make sure there's no confusion, like if I don't want to start a competition and have people not understand what's going on. So it makes the process a few minutes longer, but it definitely helps everyone understand. So I will not start a competition until everyone posts I understand, unless the person goes offline or something, and then I will start the competition without them. Another thing, please do not leave in the middle of a competition. If you have to leave, please notify me. Do not just log out and leave me hanging there, because this always delays the competition like 5 minutes, and it doesn't make me a happy host, okay? So please, 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 if you have to leave in the middle of a competition, post in the backyard, hey guys, I'm sorry, I really gotta go, or you can mail me, but it's usually better to just post it in the backyard, because that's where I am when I'm hosting a competition. So please notify me if you have to go in the middle of a competition. Alright, so let's talk about showing up to the ceremonies. So basically live evictions, you have to attend those, like unless something like important happened, or if you have plans, obviously don't go. But if you're just like hanging around your house, you should attend. Or you should really try to attend the live evictions, because it's the most important part of the week. First of all, there's the HOH competition, and unless you're the outgoing HOH, you get to participate. And the winner of that gets $50. So I mean, $50, that's a good deal you got there. And someone gets evicted.